Hey everybody, I've got a little review of I've got a review today for you of the IGO-L, which is from the same people that brought us the AGA-T2 Plus and the AGA line of rebuildable atomizers. This is a rebuildable drip atomizer. What that means is that it doesn't have a tank, and you're basically going to be dripping on the top ever so often, but I can tell you right now it holds quite a few drops, and I'll get into that in just a second. This unit here, I did have to make a couple of modifications to it to suit my needs. Straight out of the box, though, I can tell you that it did work very well, but the draw was a little too tight, and there was just one little thing that sort of bothered me that well, let me just show you. So, aside from opening up the air hole to 1/16, I also put a tiny little another O-ring on there. As you can see on the bottom, there's two O-rings. This one sits just past the second O-ring because I felt as though the air inlet hole was just a little too far down, and it was getting blocked by this inner wall. Now that might just have been me. That might just have been how just how it is, and it sits very close. But I found that I had to put the coil a little lower on the post than what I would want to. So I just made that small little change. Now it doesn't really affect much. Like I said, it works great straight out of the box. Popped it on my silver bullet, rolled one coil. This is still the same coil. And fired right up, and it worked just fine. So basically, this is just your standard drip atomizer, but what makes it great is that there's a little well on the bottom, so that if you do happen to overfill it, it's really not going to go anywhere. Usually I use stainless steel mesh, but on this one I figured I would just give it a try with some silica wick that I had lying around. I just did the 2mm silica wick, and just sort of went to town. I go ahead and give it a few drops here. 1, 2, 3, do 4 drops. And this is a reduced PG blend, 18 milligrams of nicotine from EC Blends. It's you can't read that because it's backwards, but it's something I came up with. A little clove, a little coffee. It's pretty good, pretty good. Let me go ahead, give it a vape, show you what the vape production looks like. Also, I want to add that I am using a 5 wrap, just for people that really want to know. 5 wraps on a 0.5 by 0.1 millimeter ribbon Kanthal wire, and it's giving me about 2.1, 2.2 ohms of resistance, just if you care to know that. So, let me show you the vapor. You can see, puts out beautiful clouds of thick vapor, almost almost too much. That's just for the ribbon Kanthal wire, but it's great. It gives me the nicotine buzz that I really wasn't getting off of, you know, my other units. The flavor is great. Actually, thought I screwed up this flavor with the clove, but I don't know if it has to do with the type of wicking material that I used or whatever, but I can actually taste the coffee now in my blend, which makes me very happy. I'd like to try out a couple of other liquids with it and see if dripping has any big effect on it at all. This little unit here, for under 20 bucks, if you've never even played around with dripping atomizer or anything like that, I would really give it a go, especially if you're experienced in, other rebuildables. Just, I mean, hey, for under 20 bucks, you can't beat it. It's a nice thing to add to your arsenal of already probably growing vape supplies. Um, so, what I hear is that, it competes with other, the high-end market. And the company that's been coming out with these little guys here, like, they've got winners, man. Like, for being so cheap, I can say honestly, I've got a $80+ unit right here. Let's see. I don't know if you can read the name on that right there, but it competes with that. I mean, it's very, very good. It's a solid product. Like I said, for under 20 bucks, you could pick up 2 of them if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to, but they're super cheap and they work amazing. I can't stress it enough. Like, I love it. So, that's my review on it. I would give it, out of, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, uh, I would give it a 10, even though I had to drill the air hole out a little bit. I find myself doing that on a lot of my devices anyways. So I hope this review was helpful to you, and as always, stay tuned and check out the channel. Hopefully I'll be doing a couple more reviews in the future. So, alright, take it easy.